All right, what's up, y'all? So, I posted on my community tab earlier this week that I had something special cooked up, and yes, I did. I have made my own draft league. Um, Ignore this is out of date, but I'll post the Discord link in the description. But what I'm gonna be doing in this video is I'm gonna be basically going over what happened in the preseason, what happened week one, and just going over why I drafted my picks. So let's get into it. All right, starting off with preseason games. These are these three are the winners finals, and these twos are the losers finals. So let's get into it. It's Brout Ballers versus the Frost Charged Arctizoids. These are some pretty fun games, I'm not even gonna lie. And we had to use a special. Let me turn this down a bit. We had to use a special line to be able to get this to work, but basically allowing megas with I believe, Regulation F format with Iron Crown, obviously, and Ogerpon, Urshifu, like all these Pokemon. It's basically a national dex format, but 6v6 double or 4v4 doubles. Um, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was unfortunately unable to participate due to there were there being too many people, frankly. Um, but it was still a lot of fun to watch. And unfortunately, I did start it during school, so I didn't have a lot of time to actually like be super involved. But now that it's summer, I am running this shit to the best of my ability. I obviously still have work, but it's fine. And this Illumise was so annoying. It is so funny to see it just encore literally everything on the field. Yeah, and the Brow Ballers lose the first game, I believe. It's been a while since I reviewed these games. But yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting interaction. I've never seen that before. Encore ending like that. Tailwind goes up, Tachyon Cutter, gets a crit. Power Up Punch takes out the Iron Crown. Out comes Ogerpon. Sunny Day goes up, and then Ivy Cudgel takes the KO on Kangaskhan. Pretty fun. Then game two, I need to keep turning it down. That's annoying. Alright, first with Kangaskhan, then Kangaskhan, Iron Bundle, Urshifu, Illumise. Tailwind goes up. Close combat on this Iron Bundle takes it out in one hit. Drops the Urshifu's defenses. Takes some recoil. I believe it was Rocky Helmet. Hold on. I need to confirm. Yeah, that was Rocky Helmet damage. Power Punch on the Urshifu, super effective. Urshifu protects. Encore onto the Kangaskhan, which can be a little scary. Heat Wave takes out the Illumise. Quark Drive activates. Switches out into Abomasnow. Calm Mind goes up on the Iron Crown. Close combat onto the Abomasnow. Almost takes it out. Heat Wave takes out the Urshifu. Does a good chunk on Iron Crown. Burns it. Out comes Ogerpon. Ivy Cudgel onto the Abomasnow. A bit overkill. And then Psychic almost just doesn't take it out. Chandelure is able to take out the Iron Crown in retaliation. Spiky Shield on the Ogerpon. Power Punch. And that is game two. Well, it's not over yet, but yeah, that Power Whip miss. I think that Power Whip miss sealed it, but I think Kangaskhan is bulky enough to live, maybe. Um, but yeah, game two goes to the Brout Ballers. And game 3. Kangaskhan Togekiss, Illumise Landorus, Kangaskhan Mega Evolves, Illumise Tailwind, Landorus Rock Slide onto the Togekiss, crits it. Kangaskhan Double Edge into the Landorus, crits, takes it out. Double trade. Or just a single trade. Fork Drive goes up, Illumise protects, Chandelure comes out, Wicked Blow onto the Iron Bundle, takes it out. Heat Wave almost does a good chunk to Urshifu. Kangaskhan comes in, Illumise protects, Fake Out, Wicked Blow onto the Chandelure. The Chandelure is able to live with the Colbur Berry. Heat Wave onto the Urshifu. Ogerpon comes out. Encore the Kangaskhan into Fake Out. Power Whip into the Chandelure, takes it out. And the Grout Ballers lose Game 3, giving Frost Charge Arc results the pre-season win. Let's go on to the losers bracket now. Alright, here we are. We've got the Brazilian Venusaurs versus Spectral Shadow Garden. The Brazilian Venusaurs unfortunately have decided to not attend this season. Yeah, I forget what the reason is, but it's fine. We do miss them very much. Trick Room goes up. Protect on the Pidgeot. Scrafty hurts itself. For goodness. Furrygraph reverses the Trick Room. Pidgeot Heat Waves. Weezing taunts the Furrygraph, but ultimately does not do much. Scrafty intimidates. Hurricane onto the Dusclops, confuses it. Hyper Voice does not affect Dusclops. Trick Room. Toadscroll comes in. Scrafty uses Snarl. You're on the Pidgeot, doesn't really matter too much. Heat Wave. Able to live because of the Snarl. Snarl again. Hyper Voice takes out the Scrafty even with neutral. Will-O-Wisp onto the Furgraph. Imprison. Spore onto the Pidgeot. Heatran comes in. Nightshade. Furgraph is immune. Magma Storm onto the Dusclops. Huge crit. Does a great chunk. Nightshade onto the Heatran. Pops the air balloon. Earth Power. Pidgeot switches in onto the Earth Power. Pidgeot's immune to the Nightshade. Oh no. Paragraph protects. Toadscroll uses Earth Power. Nightshade doesn't work. Heatwave takes out both Pokemon, giving Spectral Shadow Garden the first game. And game 2. Starts with Charizard type Flosion and Heatran Farigiraf. Toadscroll comes in. Charizard Mega Evolves into Mega Charizard Y. Weather Ball onto the Heatran activates its Flash Fire. Heatran protects. Solar Beam from the Charizard. Spore onto the Farigiraf. And this is before the Spore nerf. So that's scary. Solar Beam does about 33% to the Pidgeot. Hyper Voice from the Furrygraph activates Throat Spray. Pidgeot Mega Evolves. Protects. Charizard Tailwind. Actually, Charizard, that's interesting. Charizard loses Tailwind. I forgot about that. It loses Tailwind at Champions. Furrygraph. Hyper Voice Charizard goes out. Toadscroll spores again. Shenpao protects. Typhlosion Eruption into the Furrygraph does about 50%. Toadscroll Earth Power into the Shenpao. Heatran comes in with the Air Balloon. Activates Flash Fire. And is immune to the Earth Power because of the Air Balloon. Spectral Shower Garden is kind of playing in Brazilian Venusaur's face. Heatran Earth Power until the Typhlosion almost takes it out. Weezing protects. Chenpao Icicle Crash. Heatran Flash Cannon onto the Weezing. Toadscroll goes out. Weezing eats a Flash Cannon. Heals with the Citrus Berry. Dazzling Gleam does a good chunk to Chenpao, but doesn't quite take it out. Typhlosion doesn't take out the Heatran. Chenpao throat chops the. Oh no. Wow. That was pretty fun. Um, but yeah. Pretty fun games. It was a really fun preseason. Again, I wish I was able to participate. So this season one will be um the first time participating in my own draft league. Um, but yeah, let's get to week one and my Pokemon. All right, here is my player card. Um, as you can see, I've kind of made like a little stylish. I've done it for every team. Um, it's just a little fun thing. I did profiles of the Pokemon, the team logo, name, coach name, socials, MVP, division, and the previously participated and accolades, and then stats for every Pokemon on my team. The averages, megas, the average points for each Pokemon, knockouts, knocked out, games, and then just a little overview of the week. So let's get to my first round pick. I immediately took Sneasler, no hesitation. This Pokemon was integral to my strategy, and you will see why. I should probably hide the future Pokemon. I'll do that in editing. But yeah, Sneasler, that's my guy. I wanted him. First round. Second round came around. I needed speed control, and the other Pokemon that I was going to pick up did not have that. So I picked up Talonflame. Now, Talonflame, if you don't know, with its Gale Wings ability, it's able to have priority on flying type attacks. So it's able to have priority Tailwind without Prankster. Now, this does come at the cost of if it does get flinched with Fake Out. It's not able to put up Tailwind, and it won't be able to do it at priority the next turn. But it's still a really good Pokemon. It does some pretty solid damage with Sharp Beak, and even Dual Wing Beat. But yeah, Talonflame was my second choice. Then my third choice, Alphagregus. I wanted a Trick Room mode, and you'll see why. Once again, you'll see why I picked Pokemon in a little bit. Maybe you won't. Maybe you won't see my vision, but you just gotta understand. So Alphagregus, just this Trick Room, good Trick Room setter, bulky, really good all-around Trick Room setter. Fourth round, Dragapult. Now this may seem a little weird, but I feel comfortable with Dragapult. I wasn't there for Gen 8. I was there for the tail end of Gen 9, so I haven't had like too much experience with Dragapult, but in my time playing Champions, I have used Dragapult a lot. And the first real team that I copied, that I made with, or not made, but I got with the replica code, had Dragapult, and it was a supportive Dragapult, and I really enjoyed that. had Breaking Swipe, Light Screen, Reflect, and another move. I'm not remembering at the moment, but it was a fun set. Be able to tank damage and have to worry about EVing it into because it forced even speed because it was so naturally fast that I could just invest into its bulk, and since it's a pseudo legendary with 600 BST, it's able to just have high stats just by nature of being a pseudo. Alright, now here comes the big boy. Mega Embor. Yes, I picked him for my Mega. For one of my Megas. I have another Mega. This Pokemon has disappointed me first week. I'm about to play my second week game, and I feel like he'll redeem himself a little. But I'm really relying on my second Mega to carry the team in terms of firepower. I mean, Sneasler is a really good Pokemon, but he can only do so much. But Mega Embor, I used him in my video that almost has damn near 400 views, which is insane, right, for my channel. And honestly, he was a lot of fun. Kind of felt, at +1, he kind of felt like Koraidon, but that's kind of disrespecting Koraidon, so I'm not gonna say that. But he was a lot of fun. Flare Blitz hit like a tank. He's able to go into Trick Room, Tailwind, what have you. I usually run Brave Nature. I'm not gonna reveal any of my sets on this video because I don't want to spoil any future opponents. Since we are doing closed team sheet. But yeah, Mega Embor is one of my Megas. Then my second Mega is definitely a better Pokemon. It's Mega Golurk. Now I chose this Pokemon simply because I needed a hard Trick Room attacker. And honestly, I really shouldn't reveal this information. Maybe it's advantageous to future opponents, but base form Golurk does the same damage as Mega Golurk with Iron Fist. So Headlong Rush from base Golurk with Iron Fist does the same amount of damage as Mega Golurk, which is pretty interesting. It can lead to like just guessing games of which one's the Mega, and if they guess that I Mega the Golurk, then I Mega my Golurk, I can stay in base form and hit them with a long rush, and then come in, Mega my Embor, and be able to sweep. That's kind of the dream. How well that works, it has not worked at all so far, but hey, there's 8 weeks. Hopefully 8 weeks. Might cut it short. Actually, no, there will be 8 weeks for sure. We had someone drop, so unfortunately someone might not be able to play this week, or for week 3. Now, for my 7th Pokemon, I chose Meowstic Male. I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory. Meowstic Male is just a great, well, what I think is a pretty good supporting Pokemon. I'm able to focus on putting its stat points into bulk rather than speed, because I don't usually run Fake Out on Meowstic Male. I usually just run Reflect, Light Screen, sometimes Yawn, sometimes Thunder Wave. Probably not Thunder Wave for this team because I do want to lean into Trick Room more. But I'll run like Encore, Trick Room, Trick. I even thought about Wonder Room strats. That would be fun. But yeah, Meowstic Male is just a good Pokemon that has kind of helped me win a few games in Champions. Now for my 8th and final Pokemon, Ariados. And yeah, it's fun. It's a fun Pokemon. It's not good. but it's fun. Rage Powder, able to redirect. Um, yeah, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I just wanted to share my results. I did not win week 1. Like I said, I'm about to play my week 2 game. And I'll update you guys probably Monday of how that goes. And yeah, I'm really excited. So Aurora Veil Gyokai, coach named Jace. We've got Mega Frostlass and Mega Gallade. They won their first game, or first week, pretty well. Like, 5 points gained, 1 point lost. That's a pretty good start. Then we got the Astral Brigaders, who I'm about to fight tonight. And we got Mega Lucario, Mega Bayonet, and Mega Charizard X. They did not win their first week, but they got to game 3, so pretty good. Team is coached by Star. Then we've got the Brout Ballers, who has Mega Tyranitar and Mega Starmie. This has a little bit. Brout Ballers Week 2 was a little bit of a funny story, but that's a story for another day. Week 1, they had to forfeit because they were unable to play, so not much seen. And I still have to review their Week 2 games, but they won by technicality. So, pretty interesting start, I would say. Then we got the Chicago Toros, led by Ouija. And unfortunately, they lost to the Aurora Veiled Yokai Week 1, losing 5 points but gaining 1 in the process. They have Mega Meganium and Mega Chimecho. Yeah, this is one of my close friends, so hoping they do good. Then we got the Krogun Cartel. We got Mega Feraligatr as the 1 Mega, is that right? Yep. And unfortunately, they lost 8 points week 1, but gained 2. So that's pretty good. Then we got the Frost Charge Arc results. Again, their opponent, the Brout Ballers, lost week 1, or forfeited week 1, so they were unable to play, and I still have to review their week 2 games. But they have Mega Aerodactyl, Mega Floette. Yes, Mega Floette. Honestly, I should have priced Mega Floette at 30. I'll show you guys the Pokemon list. So we've got 20, 19. I might go up to 30 as more Pokemon get added, so there is more diversity. Then we got Fungus Amoongus. Their week 1, day 1, went to game 2, and they have Mega Chandelure, is that right? Mega Chandelure and Mega Lopunny as their Megas. And then we got the Mawile Maulers. And they won their first week, gaining 7 points and losing 0. Very, very impressive start. And they have Mega Scizor and Mega Audino, which is interesting. But they also have Arcalodon, which feels like a Mega at times. Then we got the Natural Trevenants. They won their week 1 with a pretty impressive start with 8 points, only losing 2. Then we got Mega Pidgeot and Mega Hawlucha. No one-hit KO users. Oh, and Mega Gardevoir as well. So, but no one-hit KO users for Mega Hawlucha to take advantage of. We got the Renegade Reggies, aka the Giants. They have Mega Dragonite and Mega Gyarados and base Scovillain. Unfortunately, they gained 0 points in week 1 and lost 7. Then we got the San Antonio Starmies. Already went over myself. Then we got Superior's Contrary, who did drop out week 2 after their loss against the Brout Ballers. They had Mega Chestnut, Mega Glimora, and yeah. I thought they meant during the drafting process, for a while I had base Glamora, and they meant Mega Glamora, so that was kind of a curveball. Then we got Spectral Shadow Garden. They won their first week. Yes, they won their first week. We got Mega Venusaur, Mega Delphox, yeah, and Vanillix. Interesting. But yeah. Then we got Swadloon Supremacy. This was my week 1 opponent's very formidable team. As you can see, Mega Charizard Y, Ferrograph, King Gambit, Rhyperior even, Hatterene. It's a very solid team, I would say. Then we got the Toronto Torterra, coached by Brooks. Go subscribe to them on YouTube. And they've got Baskia Legion, Mega Skarmory, Mega Altaria, who's the GOAT right now. They gained 10 points in the first week and only lost 5. So they kind of evened out there. Interested to see where they go. And finally, but not least, last but not least, that's the saying. Sorry, I had to brain for a second. We've got the spectacular Spider-Mons with Mega Crabominable and Mega Camerupt. And yeah, I believe they won their first, they won their first week. And yeah, pretty fun. We'll go over the standings for some of the stats real quick. I will update these two by Monday. So if you are looking at the sheet from my YouTube, expect to see these on by Monday. Now most expensive Pokemon, we have least expensive Pokemon with Arbok, Ariados, Ditto. Having Ditto at 1 was a mistake. I don't know why I had that there. And then the biggest spenders, tech support, aka the Frost Charged Arctozolts, spent 115 because they had won preseason. Then we got just that top 5 highest stats of each team. Table of contents I'm still working on. Red division standings, green division standings, blue division standings, and yellow division standings. Yeah, like I said, I will leave the sheet link in the description below, and I hope to see some of y'all here. It's open to anyone, there's no application. Just join and be respectful, and some of you might get this: respect my decisions. They may not be final, but they are my decisions. I am in charge. So, yeah, I'm excited for the future of this draft league. We're gonna be at season 10, even if we got 2 people. So, gonna keep storming along. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. And see you in the next one.